Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. So as you guys know, Tommy Fury did an interview and he spoke on Logan Paul and this is what he said. And Tommy contradicted himself talking about influencer boxing. He says that he wants to stay out of it, but he also wants to be in it. Like, just say that you like it because of the money. That's all you have to say. No one's gonna give you hate for that. That's just being real. But he speaks on Logan Paul, and this is what he says.
How can you not say I'm the best in that scene? But I don't even want to be in that scene. I don't even want to be in that scene.
I was going to ask you that. Are you done with all that now?
No, I'm not done with it, definitely. No. Mate, it's very nice, actually. It's very nice, mate.
I
like it.
Quite lucrative.
Yeah, it's lucrative, mate. Yeah. But in terms of all the crap that comes with it, you know, I'm not about that. You've seen me on the build-up to these fights. I'm not interested. And Logan Paul, listen, if he wants some, he can get some. And I'll give him another loss. Not that it makes a difference. He's lost every fight he's ever had.
But you'd fight Logan Paul, would you?
I'll fight Logan Paul today. Out there, on that lovely view of that park there, straight there by the waterfall. I don't even think about men like Logan Paul. I'm the type of guy to go down and fight Logan Paul after 20 pints of beer. He's not a fighter. Jake, on the other end, he prepares and he trains and he's got the mindset of being a fighter. Logan Paul is a wrestler, he's a YouTuber, he's an actor, he's whatever. He's not interested in fighting, and I can see that for his last performance. So, Logan will never fight me because he doesn't want a death wish. Because putting him in front of me, I'll tell you now, is a death wish for him. So, if you got any balls about you, mate, you know where to find me.
So he calls out Logan Paul, and Logan Paul replied today, and this is what he said in response. Why is this Kendall calling me out, a wrestler, when I know for a fact my 8-1 boxing brother at Jake Paul just offered him the most money he's ever been paid to fight? Why are you running from, Tommy? Oh, sorry, he said, what you running from, Tommy? Jake Paul then put out a tweet after this and said, had a call with Tommy and his dad John about a month ago. It was clear their main concern was money and not about actually getting the fight done. After offering him the largest guarantee on the biggest stage he'd ever received, they have gone silent. I smell fear. Real fighting man would jump at the chance to make his biggest payday ever and actually live up to his claim that he's going to KO me. Now calling out my brother and clubbing with Chris Brown in Dubai, lol. Get it together, fam. He also shared some messages between him and his brother. He said, ain't Ish sweet, fam? And then Logan in these messages, this is what they said. Effing scummers, I'm a wrestler now. They think Ish is sweet. I mean, sometimes Ish is effing sweet, bro. You're 100% accurate, except I removed the isotopic receptors on my tongue that send neurochemicals to the... Okay. I thought that Logan was on fighting Tommy because I do remember him saying after Jake Paul got beaten by Tommy that he wanted to avenge for his little brother and fight Tommy. But I think Logan now knows that he would not be able to win a fight against Tommy. And I don't think he cares for boxing. Like, he's even said it himself. Like, he doesn't want to do boxing. He likes wrestling. He's already said afterwards as well, quite recently, that he doesn't want to go back into boxing. So I don't think he's going to fight Tommy. Tommy obviously wants that fight because when you think about it, the big fights in the influencer scene that he can have, there's not a lot. It's either a rematch with Jake, rematch with JJ, which Tommy himself has said that he doesn't want to do, which I think is kind of silly because you don't have that many options as it is. So not fighting JJ again is just reducing the options you have, which is very small. So you can rematch with JJ, rematch with Logan, or not rematch, fight Logan or rematch with Jake. Like, those are the only big fights that he has. There's no one else. Like, who else can fight Tommy? I can't think of any. So obviously he's going to want to fight Logan. But it seems like Logan is not on it. So I'll be real, I don't know where Tommy goes from here. Like, I don't know what he can do. So I watched the episode of Impulsive with Jake and Logan where Jake was going off on KSI. He was calling him, saying he's not a good fighter, saying he doesn't want to fight him, saying that he's not a good person, saying all types of stuff. And of course, Logan is caught between the both of them. And it's like, sometimes I feel bad for Logan because he's caught in between both of them. But at the same time, like, he put himself in this position. Like, why would you go and do business with someone that your brother does not F with? Like, that's so snaky. Like, that's such a snaky thing to do to your little brother. And now look, you're trying to defend both of them in this conversation. Trying to defend JJ at the same time, trying to be on your brother's side. And it's just not making sense. Like, he put himself in this position. So that's his problem. But it's just so uncomfortable to watch.
Think that was pure coincidence?
Absolutely not. Obviously not.
He also wasn't super impressed with your knockout.
Of course, yeah. He does everything he can to discredit me.
Fuck.
Like, of course.
Sorry, dude. Because we need clips. Stop.
Of course.
Just sit there. Let him talk.
Wait a second. Okay. Did he say that?
Yeah, there was a clip of him talking after the fight. I could pull it up and get this out.
Bro, you can't not be impressed. Like, come on.
Let me find it.
Yeah, like what more could I have possibly done? Like,
what?
But that's why he's losing fans, though. Because he is. No, like, genuinely, he's losing fans. And be around you and for 2 or 3 days when you guys hang out for commercials, but he might go back to his thing. And I'm pretty sure, bro, he's just like to be that insecure and miserable at 30 years old to try and do these things. Like,
can I play this real quick?
Sad. It's genuinely sad.
Can I just play this clip just so I don't get out of context here?
Shocked? No. Like, we all know that Jake just looks for super easy fights, and he fought a cab driver this time. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't really care about him. I didn't even know he was fine. I didn't even know he was fine at the same time as me. So yeah, I'm shocked.
Yo,
it's such a lie. He's just a fucking liar.
Strongly disagree. You don't know him, and just like he doesn't know you. And I've said this before, bro. KSI is not JJ. In my head, those are like two different things, two different entities. Like, JJ, the person is
he is very different.
Is not KSI, the internet.
Not different, just not as animated.
Not nearly. It just, I also think when and he knows this, when he is in KSI land, he can reach a level of confidence and power that I'm not sure like JJ, the FIFA gamer, would have. I believe, and I could be incorrect.
The whole thing of Jake not being happy about the things that JJ said in that interview. First of all, JJ saying that he didn't know that it was going to be at the same time his sparring match with Jake Paul's. Like, I personally don't believe that. Like, the fight was at 4 a.m. UK time. 4 a.m. UK. There has to be a reason why he did it at 4 a.m. And I think it was because of the Jake fight, but I could be wrong. Then Jake talking about how JJ discredits him all the time. Like, I understand where Jake's coming from. Like, I personally don't think that JJ should be discrediting Jake for fighting Andre. I think that was a good opponent for where Jake is at. But this whole discrediting thing, it's like, you guys are enemies. Like, you guys are not cool. Of course, JJ is going to be discrediting you the same way that you discredit him. Like, I don't understand why Jake feels the type of way when JJ discredits him. Like, Jake does the same thing to JJ. They do it to each other. They discredit each other all the time. So I don't understand why he's making it some big thing. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you guys are enemies, right? You guys are YouTube enemies. So, of course, anything you do, JJ is going to ish on the same way you're going to do the same to him. Like, it's expected. Like, he's not going to be like, oh yeah, like, he actually did well, you know. Of course he's not going to do that. You guys don't like each other. Like, I just don't understand why Jake make that a big thing. But I don't know. Wade Plem has received a lot of backlash in the same way that Vidal did for talking about the sparring match that KSI and JJ had. I gave my opinion on that match in the last video. Go watch it if you haven't. But he kind of said similar things to what Vidal was saying. And obviously Vidal got backlash. So of course, if Wade says it, he's going to get a lot of backlash too.
To get a little comfortable in there. I wish Speed would have gotten, a couple of things going early, build the confidence, and maybe we wouldn't have seen him have an absolute mental breakdown there at the end. But outside of that, this is kind of what I thought it would be. A little bit odd, right? A little bit quirky. It's content. I get that. Then it became a little odd and then just a little bit embarrassing and unwatchable there at the end. So like I said, it was for a good cause. But with that being said, I can still say this was a bit weird. That's where I leave it. But you guys let me know down in the comments.
I could understand what Wade was saying. But then again, like, it's just a charity match, just a sparring match. It's not anything that serious, and I feel like he's looking at it the same way Vidal did, just taking it bare seriously. So of course a lot of people are going to give him hate. I get where he's coming from, don't get it twisted. I get what Wade is saying, but Again, I just think he's taking it a bit too seriously. The Misfits 12 card came out a couple days ago, and I can't lie, when I first saw it, I was like, where is Double L's? Like, he said he was going to fight in January. I was looking for his face because I'm actually looking forward to seeing him fight. Because when I was younger, not now, I'm a grown adult now, but when I was younger, I used to listen to drill music a lot. Not now, but when I was younger. So I was expecting to see Double L's on the card and looking forward to it, but he's not on the flipping card. So I was a bit like, oh, I'm not looking forward to it. But when I look at the fights, I'm very excited to see Fox the G finally fight. I can't lie. His opponent, that is a tough opponent to have for his debut, but he seems pretty confident when I'm hearing him on Spaces. So we'll see what he does. We'll see what he gives. I'm seeing the reception and there's a lot of like backlash. Like I looked at the Instagram comments and a lot of people are saying no one's going to watch it. And even on Twitter, people are like, no one's going to watch it. Which I was a bit like, oh, really? People are still on the aftermath of the Prime card. They still think everything's going to be like that. Like, this is a good card, which is going to be non-pay-per-view. Like, I think it's good enough. So, yeah, but people will be people and complain. But put in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.